Good morning. Another fresh day, freezing cold, weather doesn't know what to do, stopping me from doing all my stuff at work, can't pour no concrete. Life throws you curveballs, Life throws you curveballs. Right then, so yesterday I went a little bit high pitch then, didn't I? I missed out, I skipped a rule, and you know what, it's not uncommon for me to do that when I start getting up towards the higher numbers, but I missed one out, and it's probably one of my excuse me, I've got the hiccups, probably one of my favourites. It's rule number 9. It was rule number 8. It's lighten the fuck up, basically. So I like this one because there was a period in my life when everything just got so serious. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was partying, like, it was just so serious. You know what I mean? The talk was always so serious, and it lost its randomness and its craziness. It just became dead, like, deep, and which is good. I like to have these deep conversations, but it becomes so serious. And I do love having a good conversation with someone. I hate it when someone just, the only thing that they can do is like be nasty and take the piss. That's the only thing that they can do. They don't seem to be able to have a decent conversation in them, or produce comedy that's a little bit more thought-provoking and, you know, not blatantly outrageous. Don't get me wrong, I went through a stage where it seemed to be all the rage, being outrageous, and, you know, Frankie Ball was very popular coming through and all that, and it was just like, how far could you take it? And you know what, it become an horrible atmosphere to be in, and you know what I mean, it swiftly turns from other people to people within your group, and rather than it's feeling like banter, it just felt nasty, you know what I mean? So everything got too serious in that respect. And also as well, when I started my new job, bear in mind that I felt inadequate, I felt stupid, I didn't feel like I belonged, I had imposter syndrome, thought that I had to, you know, my accent doesn't help me, you know, being a ground worker didn't help me, kind of, you know, that it was just like, I characterised myself as people thinking I was stupid and, you know, and all that. So I went very professional, and like, I suppose when I joined this professional field, and you're in a different environment, like an office environment, and you know, you have to remain professional. You can't lose your temper. You can't really call anyone a cunt if you think that, you know what I mean? So I went the complete opposite way. I went completely deadpan and deadly professional, and I just lost my spark completely. I was just this different character completely. And you know what, like, I suppose it's because I'm more comfortable in what I do now, and I've grown up a little bit. I don't really care what people think, you know what I mean? And as long as I remain professional now. Like, I know when there's times when you can overstep the mark with people, and I really don't do that anymore at all. You know what I mean? I have to really gauge it before I think that I can have the crack with someone. But then again, it's like, say, if my director comes out, and it's all like, before it'd have been like, oh, very, very professional, and you know what I mean? I'd feel dead awkward. It wasn't me, it wasn't the way I was. But now I'm just like, just be myself, you know, just be yourself, and what's the worst that could happen, really? You know what I mean? I don't really care if people think I'm a bit out there and a bit mad, because at the end of the day, when I'm talking about work, the results speak for themselves, don't they? You know what I mean? Like, I won't. I've had so many crises through at me the last week or two. Things going wrong, the weather's put me off. You know what I mean? People not turning in. I've had things missing like critical things missing that shouldn't be missing. And I've you know what, every time a situation's hit me, I've dealt with it head on, I've attacked it, I've been aggressive with it, and I've got it sorted. So if my boss comes out and goes, bloody hell, how come you missed that? And I'll say, well, you know, I do my checks, but I don't check every single thing. You have to rely on your team as well. You have to rely on the people that are doing it for you. So I was basically, you know, getting their logs, checking their logs against the drawings, making sure that they'd done everything. And it was all there on their computer that said they'd done it. But when we've come down to dig to find it, it's not there. So it's like, bloody hell, you know what I mean? Unless I physically stand and watch every single one happen, which I can't do that. You just can't do that. So if my boss goes, how come we missed that? And I says, well, you know, it was my mistake, really. I should have double checked, maybe gone out and visually seen it happening. But who knows what was happening at that time when they was putting that one in? You know what I mean? I could have been doing anything. I could have been in a meeting or anything. So, you know, but I ain't going to make excuses in that way. But at least I can say, yeah, but the moment I found out about it, I got onto the designer, we fixed it, this is the plan, this is what we're doing to move forward. We ain't lost any time because of it, and it's not our fault, so we're not losing any money. You know what I mean? So I've took the actions and made it happen. We were supposed to be pouring concrete in 3 hits this week to get ready for a crane Monday. Can't pour concrete unless it's 5 degrees and rising. It's been -2 to 0 this week. So I ain't been able to do that, but what we've said we'll do, we'll get it all ready, we'll get a concrete pump in, and we'll pump the whole thing in 1 hit on Monday, because the weather looks like it's getting better on Monday. It looks like the temperature's going up. So it's all about, you get these problems, and you know what I mean, I know some people where the sky's falling in, every little thing the sky's falling in. God help them with what's been happening to me the last couple of weeks. But and it could have just, it's one of them things where you could have just buried your head and hid away from it, blamed everybody else, and trying, you know what I mean? But that ain't my start. I want to get it done. So there you go. But anyway, I digress. So that's how I'd approach my boss. But it'd be a bit more like, you know what I mean? I've seen like, I wouldn't say I've seen too much, but I'm a bit older. I'm a bit wiser. It's like, you know what I mean? If people give me some kind of attitude, I'm like, really? Just lighten up, will you? Bloody hell, you know what I mean? Anyone would think that you're digging for diamonds in fucking Africa with shackles around your legs, and you know what I mean? It's like, put things into bloody perspective. I get it. People have issues and dramas. I get it. Even I do. Even I have my fucking days when the world's falling down and collapsing and that. But I've just got a good mindset of how to deal with shit. You know what I mean? There's some things that are uncontrollable. I mean, even if you lose a loved one, if you understand the process of like grieving and accepting that it's okay to grieve, you know what I mean? But life goes on, and it's not your partner's fault that something's happened. So don't take it out on them. You know what I mean? It's just these little things. It's so easy to take it out on other people. It's harder not to take it out on people and remain nice to people, because some people are just like, you don't know what I'm going through, you're so unsympathetic and all this, and it's like, get a grip, man. You know what I mean? Everybody has shit going on every day, and like I've said this before, and I said this to my missus, like when people are like dealing with stuff, like if I'm on site, and I always go back to site, I don't know, I do music and that, but I use like everything as analogies. I use my music, I use my work, I use my jiu-jitsu as analogies. So like when she said, like, people say to me, oh, you deal with things so well, you know, and you don't get like stressed out over stuff. And I said, well, you know what, if I was to march to the beat of everybody else's drum, I would be stressed, because believe me, people can get you feeling stressed. Now, the guy that's come to put the doors in, right, he's here and he's on a price and he makes money off every door he puts in, and something's wrong on site. His world is falling down that day. Everything's going wrong for that fella, and he needs it sorted. He's going to come in to me or to someone else and go, oh my God, it's such a problem. I've got this problem and I'm only earning 10 quid today and all this sort of stuff, and it ain't good enough and blah, blah, blah. And they can make you, you know, it can make you really panic and drop everything to fix that. And listen, I will do that as long as I haven't got other pressing matters on the end. I won't just look at it and go, oh no, I ain't doing that. You know, you come in, and I literally won't be like, fob them off if I haven't got something important. If I'm doing something important and I've got my own shit that I need to do, because I've got a job as well to do, then it'll have to wait. I'm sorry, it'll have to wait. What these fucking, excuse my French, well, I do swear, so what these people don't realise is, well, the way I look at it, these people who put the doors in, right, when they've got everything going sweet for them, they're making about 100 grand a fucking year. 70 to 100 grand a year, these joiners, right? They have one bad day and the world's falling down. And you're like, mate, yesterday you made about 200-300 quid, and today you're moaning because your wages is a bit down. That's fucking life. You know what I mean? You can't like make people. Well, you can. You know what I mean? It's a very good tactic to make the world fall down and get everyone to get everything right for you. It's a very selfish way of looking at stuff. And you know what? Half the time, it's not the person's fault who you actually go into. Some people try to help you and you make it their issue. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just because I'm a manager and I'm an easy target. I get that. And I've got thick skin and I can take it. But when someone comes in and says, oh, you're this, you're that, you can't do your job, you're useless, blah, blah, blah. It's like, hang on a second. Just because you're having a bad day, no need to take it out on other people. But I used to get angry, really angry, and I was a fiery person. And that before would have just taken me, I'd have ended up sacking them. I'd have just gone mad. But now, I'm just like, mate, chill out. I'm trying to help you here. And I'm not, you've got to approach it a little bit more tactfully, because telling someone to chill out when they're pissed off is not the way to go. But you've just got to lighten up a bit, man. Just like, okay, a good technique that Jocko Willink says is mirror their actions. So when they oh, it's all gone wrong, go, whoa, I can see you really upset, and then start to de-escalate yourself. Oh, I can see you're really upset, it must be really bad. Can you just, like, should we just slow down a bit? And now you can tell me exactly like what's going on, and we'll try and fix it, yeah? And bring them down with your own attitude. Just telling someone to chill out. Oh, shut up, chill out. All it does, gets the back up, and then you're going to have it with both barrels. And then you're going to give it back. You know, I've only got so much patience with my temper as well. So I have to manage it well. I really do. So yeah, lighten up, man. You know what I mean? When you think things are going a bit too serious, you're taking everything away a bit too serious, someone's posted on your socials and you're a little bit angry about it, before you start firing back at them, just go, lighten up, man. Look at the bigger picture. It's a social media post. It's whatever. It's, you know what I mean? Fill in the blank. Have you got your legs? Have you got your sight? Have you got food on your table? Have you got a roof over your head? Is your family healthy? Are you healthy? Well, if you're answering yeah to those, then there's not much wrong with you. And this is the thing, what is it? I'll forget it now. It's something like Belkin. No, not the Belkin model. There's some kind of model out there that says once your first needs are met, like food, shelter, blah, 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 the rest of the stuff becomes problems, you know what I mean, that you need satisfying. So put your life into perspective. Have you got a roof over your head? Am you starving? Is your family healthy? Are you healthy? And then if you're answering yeah, you can do things about it. Lighten up, man. Don't take things too seriously. And I use this all the time. Like when I feel like I'm having a bit of a moan at someone and that, I just step back and I go, man, lighten the fuck up, oh yeah. And just have a laugh. Just smile, and you know what I mean? Like when the boss is getting on it, yeah, just don't take the piss, you know what I mean? You've got to take your bollocking or whatever. But just lighten up, man, you know what I mean? Don't take it too serious. Fix the problem and have a joke about it, because at the end of the day, as long as everyone's happy and safe, then we're good, man, we're good. All right then, so I'm going to leave you with that. So rule number 9, lighten up, please. I hope you have a good day. I love you loads. Peace and love, and hopefully see you tomorrow. God bless you. Mwah.